We talk business on Dubai Eye 103.8.
Join the conversation weekdays from 6 a.m.
It is 8:22.
2019, back in business.
How to get going in the year ahead.
I've been speaking to a number of people who have not only got going, they've done so under their own steam. I was down at the new Right Market in Suguitan over the weekend and was really blown away by the number of small producers of things like clothing and jewellery and food who are based here, and a lot of them actually making here. And we're going to hear from a few of them this week about the realities of setting up and operating as a small producer in the UAE. And we're going to start with chocolate, because why not?
It's a good place to start.
Healthier chocolate, they tell me. One of the first companies to catch my eye was Chocolat, which is a healthy chocolate company. Very involved, because the two sisters who've started it with farmers in the Philippines, and as part of what they're doing as a company is doing a lot of outreach and a lot of sort of social work in terms of improving the lot of cocoa farmers in the Philippines. We're going to hear now from Luchie Suguitan, who, with her sister and co-founder Iman Suguitan, have set up Chocolat and have been speaking to me. And this interview was conducted on their market stand, so there's quite a bit of background noise that goes with it. There are people shopping for chocolate, there's coffee grinders, there's kids running around, but that's all part of the market atmosphere as we learn about the story of Chocolat.
Our company is Chocolat. My sister and I, we've been living in Dubai for the last 15 years, and we are both passionate about chocolates. So both of us have already been thinking of, we've been looking for chocolates that are, pleasurable, but at the same time healthy. We couldn't really find this in the market. So we've been doing a lot of research and found out that the Philippines, where we are from, grows cacao, and cacao only grows in the 20 degrees of the equatorial belt of the world. So we went back to the Philippines, studied farming, and that is also during studying the farming, that's where we met farmers and learned a lot from them, like their lives and their challenges. From there on, that's when my sister and I have thought, you know what, why don't we set up a social enterprise first and put our chocolate dreams back in the back burner and do something to help our farmers. So that's when we started our social enterprise called OFW para sa magsasaka, which in English means Overseas Filipino Workers for the Filipino farmers. So from 2016, that's when we were helping the farmers. My sister and I have always been thinking of what else can we do other than being employed. In 2016, I graduated from Ecole Chocolat, studying bean to bar chocolate making. I went to the US, did my training there while on my vacation. So that is 2016. And then in 2017, I went to Tanglemetage in France to study bonbon makings in Valrhona. In the middle of 2017, I fully resigned from my work. I used to work in an investments and private equity company in the IFC. I resigned so that I can focus on the business of our farming business, and as well as, to develop, chocolate lines that we have right now.
So what did you have to invest to set up this business? Financially, what did it take from you?
Financially, having worked here in the last 14 years, probably the savings that I have, as well as the time. Time is also money, the time that you give to, when you're doing researches of recipes, going to the farm and, teaching them, it's also time. So time and probably the savings that I've had for the last 14 years. Also, we have friends who have contributed in putting together a fund that will help out the farmers back in Agusan del Sur.
Can you estimate how much money it took to get up and running?
The seed one that we had was around 2 million pesos, which is an equivalent is 15 to 17 impact investors who have participated in our seed one cycle of our social enterprise. So that's around 2 million pesos.
And those investors are in the Philippines?
Those investors are located globally. So what we did was, in the beginning, my sister and I were thinking, you know what, let's help the farmers. How about you help X number of farmers and this farmer? But then, when we were doing the math, it wasn't making any sense because we couldn't break even. So what we did was, we thought, how about we open up the opportunity to our friends, colleagues, and my sister and I did a roadshow, and we just go to the coffee shop, talk about our passion, and people from globally contacted us. You know what, we wanted to participate, we wanted to be part of your project.
What did you have to get here in the UAE in the way of licenses for a food business?
Just last year, we have finally established our food stuff trading. So in order for us to bring our farm-to-table chocolates from Agusan del Sur to the United Arab Emirates, we had to set it up.
Was it easy, difficult?
I think it was very straightforward. Iman was the one who,
Hi, so I'm the sister, and so it was pretty manageable. You know, Dubai makes setting up of companies very easy for new entrepreneurs. This will really encourage a lot of people to start their businesses and do their own thing and just chase their passions.
How long have you been selling this chocolate here in Dubai?
we've only started selling in Dubai October 2017, just last year.
And how's the selling going?
We've had very good reception of selling our healthy chocolates. The response is very encouraging and very interesting.
We're standing here in the middle of the ripe market. Other than taking a stall here, where else are you selling?
At the moment, we are available online and we deliver across the UAE. We're working on, inshallah, being able to set up our brick and mortar before the end of the year.
So what are your projections in terms of break even, in terms of how much money you'll need to earn to open a shop?
It will actually depend on where we position ourselves, because right now there are a lot of amazing places we can go to. But you know, when you have a brand like ours, we want to be in a place where we'll be very accessible, but at the same time, we reach out to people who are into sustainability, into health. So going back to your question, we hope that maybe in 1 to 2 years we'll be able to break even, because we're investing a lot on educating the market, and we believe that this is the key to this market, letting know about health and that chocolates it's not really bad for your health. It's actually good. Cacao is a super food.
What's been the most challenging thing about getting this business up and running?
I think the most challenging thing would be to put your idea into just one manageable thing, because you want to do so many things, you want to release so many things, you want to share so many things, but you have to think, okay, is this commercially viable, or is it just, it's just us and our hearts talking? So I think that's the most challenging of all the things to consider when you're running a new business.
And what advice would you give to anyone who is looking to set up a small business here in the UAE?
I think aside from marketing research, it also helps that the business you do is something you're very passionate about, because in the beginning of the business, maybe the money will not come, but something needs to sustain you, and that is your belief in your product and the belief that this will happen, this will become something huge. But of course, you have to plan properly.
And I was speaking there to Luchie and Iman Suguitan, the two sisters who have founded Chocolat.
2019, back in business.
Join the conversation on Dubai Eye 103.8.